Hello everyone, welcome to Key to IGCSE. Today our topic is rounding and estimating. And we are looking at practice number 4. Express each number correct to 4 significant figures or 3 significant figures or 1 significant figure. Well, let's take a look at number A, okay? Before we move on, we have to make it very clear that what is significant digit, okay? So let's try to define it. The first significant digit of a number is the first non-zero digit when reading from left to right. For example, in the number 4,512, what is the first non-zero digit when reading from left to right? Of course, it's 4, right? Okay. And then we're gonna move on to the next digit. What is it? It is the next digit is the second significant digit, okay? And the next is the third one, and so on and so on. Well, if we look at the second digit from left to right, it's of course the second. And then 1 is the third, and 2 is the fourth. So if we have to express this number to 4 significant figures, we simply write itself. Okay, it's 4,512. We have 4 significant figures here. Very good. And how about the other 2? Well, let's take a look. But before we move on, we have to be very clear that all zeros after the first significant digit are considered significant. So, which means that you don't have to or you don't want to eliminate any zeros, okay, after this digit. For example, if we want to keep or express this number to 3 significant figures, we want to look at the fourth one. If it's 4 or less, we simply keep the third one as its original digit, okay? For example, we can write it as 4,510, which is expressed to 3 significant figures. And how about 1 significant figure? Well, let's take a look at the second one. If it's 5 or above, we have to round the first one up, okay, to be 5. Okay, so we want to express the original number to 5,000 to 1 significant figure. All right, so we have a conclusion. If you are rounding to a whole number, you do have to write the appropriate number of zeros after the last significant digit as placeholders, which means we have to keep the number the same size. For example, the original was 4,000 something, but after you round it or expressed to 1 significant figure, you still have to write 5000, okay? The zeros are placeholders. All right, let's move on. So let's take a look at number J. The number was 0.02814, which is a decimal number. If we have to express it to 4 significant figures, we may want to recall what it is, right? So 2 is the first significant figure, right? Okay. And then if we want to keep it to 3 significant figures, we want to look at the fourth one. Like we said, if it is 4 or under, we simply keep 0.0281, okay? Which has 3 significant figures. And if you want to keep only 1 significant figure, we always want to look at the second one. If it's 5 or above, and here is 8, we have to round the first one up, okay? So that's gonna be 0.03. Have you got it? Very good. So we always want to keep in mind, if we are asked to round a number to 1 significant figure, it does not necessarily mean that we only have 1 digit, okay? Instead, we have to keep all the digit, okay? For example, in the decimal place, for example, the 0 and the 10th place 0 there, okay? And if we have a whole number, we always want to keep all the zeros after the last one as placeholders. Well, that's a very good reminder. So for all the other questions, please try to solve by yourself, okay? I believe you can do that. Alright, if you have any question, simply ask me. Alright, see you next time. Bye-bye.